In this video, I wanted to show you some best practices for creating a freelancer website. This isn't a web design tutorial. It's not a demo on how to code or anything. This is just, if you're a freelancer and you're thinking about creating a website, what are some things that you should do with your website to help you get clients? What's worth doing, what's not worth doing? Because I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning of my freelance career where I was trying to do things with my website that was unnecessary. And so what are the essentials, and what's going to help you grow your business? What's going to help you get clients, and what do you not need to do right away, and what might come later? I'm going to walk you through my own freelancer website so that you can get a better idea of what you ought to be doing. Aerolite Video is my company, and as I've said many times before, it's important that you choose a company name, that you don't just go with your own name, and you form either an LLC or a corporation. I'm a corporation, so that you can separate your personal finances from your business finances. So Aerolite Video is the name of my video business, and when people come to my website page, this is what they see on the very top. There's a video, and I think I've mentioned this video before. First of all, I have this headline that really sums up what I provide. I provide video first content marketing. So I provide content marketing services, but it's a video first approach. So it's my unique approach to content marketing, and it's right there in 3 words. So you need to come up with something that you can put right at the top of your website that has that. And just by the way, I use Squarespace to design my website, and so I didn't need to hire a website programmer to make my website because they have really nice looking templates, and you're able to easily just fill in the template with your own text and images, and that's what I did. So then I have a video here. It's 7 minutes long, and this video, I'm going to go ahead and play it for a second. I made a video that looks perfect. Obviously I'm in the video production world, right? So I already knew how to make a video that looks good, that sounds good. If you're not, I would recommend putting aside a little bit of money and hiring somebody to edit your video. But you can easily set yourself up to shoot a video that looks good with your phone. You can have good enough quality video, and a cheap light on Amazon to put behind your computer. It's all I have. I have like a light that costs $20. Have a microphone that's closer to $100, but and then you can easily use your phone as the camera. So this video basically educates people on the 15 steps to building an audience online using video, because that's what I help clients do. And so I'm not just talking about my services, I'm literally educating them over the 7.5 minutes on my process and my approach. And even near the end here, you can see that I show this little graph that kind of shows my formula for video first content marketing. So I'm giving away some of my expertise in the video and what my approach is for creating content and building an audience through content marketing. And I'm really creating this educational video that gives them value. That's what you need to be doing. You don't want to just have a video that says, hey, here's my services and here's the pricing. You want to educate them. You want to impress them. And that's what this video does. And when I send proposals on Upwork, when I send proposals elsewhere, I send them a link directly to this video as well as part of my sales pitch. And I've gotten a lot of clients because they've watched this video and they said that they were impressed by it, and they can clearly see that I'm an expert in my field because of the video. So this is super important. Then I offer a free guide, the video content marketing formula. So I kind of take some of what's in this video and I reduce it down into a PDF guide that I hired somebody on Fiverr to design to make look nice. And that way I can capture their name and email. So I can capture leads through this. And then I can follow up with those leads through email marketing. And so they enter their name and email, they get a free guide, and that's how I can build my email list. So when you're growing a real business, you want to be building an email list of contacts that could become your clients. And then as we scroll down, who we serve. So this is kind of a great general setup that I've seen work on a lot of agency websites, freelancer websites. That on the header, on the homepage, you really break in the next sections. You really break down just who your target client is, a little quirk about what you do, how you do it. I thought that this was a kind of a great setup that I've seen work on other websites as well. So I talk about how my target client are service businesses that sell information products, influencers, thought leaders, speakers, educators, teachers, coaches, and trainers. So I list who my target client is so that they know who really is, whether they fall in this category, what we do. And, I construct just a 2-sentence paragraph here, elaborating more on what our main mission is of the services we provide. We amplify your impact by adding video to your content marketing strategy. So you can, and then you talk about what benefit comes from that. Share your message and expertise in an engaging way, strengthen the connection you have with your current audience, and expand your online community. And grow your audience. So you need to come up with something that really just, sounds good and talks about your services in an enticing way. How we do it. Now I'm listing out the services we provide. YouTube channel strategy and growth, video SEO, video content strategy, video production, website video strategy, social media video. And then if they were to click on this takes them to our services page. Okay? And we're going to get back to that in a second. But I just wanted to show how that's linked. And then I just have a little thing at the bottom, amazing clients have allowed us to produce results we're proud of. You can come up with whatever you want. View our accomplishments. And then I have another link to our work page that has various results that we've achieved, some testimonials, industries we've worked with. So this goes into more depth on the types of industries that we've worked more consistently with, so that if they're in this industry, they will feel as if I really get them. I understand what they're doing as a business. And so that's important. And then just a little contact us button. And then at the bottom, you have the footer, an email to contact us as well. And then I link to my LinkedIn page so they can connect with me there. And so let's go through the rest of this. Up here, I have another button to the same free guide that can help capture their email. And then I have a blog. So having a blog is pretty important because what it does is it helps to show that you are an expert in the field of services that you're providing. So that instead of just providing a service, you're also educating people on, in my case, video content marketing. In your case, it might be video editing, graphic design, writing, whatever your expertise is. Educate people on what you know through posting blog posts. I don't even there's times where I go a whole month or two without posting any new articles. I'm not overly consistent with it, but I have a blog, and whenever I find the time, I create a new article and I post it here. And I don't have the dates on the articles because I don't want to, that way people can, because I kind of see these articles as very evergreen. They're relevant for a long time. I'm not just covering trending topics or news topics, but that way people can go here and they can just go through my library of free education. And, I've got several pages here, blog posts. And then services. So you want to have a services page. Honestly, if you just copy this setup of my menu, you'll be pretty well off. And again, this is a work in progress over a couple of years to really keep honing my website. So then I have a services page where I first have the different types of services I provide with 4 different headers, just nice and clean looking. And then I have just 1 to 2 sentences describing more in depth what that service is. So I don't go into any pricing or details of my packages on this front page of the services page. I only just discuss what it is. That way, if they're more interested, they'll click this button to learn more, if they're interested. And then I have another way for them to contact me. So, YouTube channel growth and strategy, video SEO, social media video strategy, consulting and training. If they're at all interested in either of those, they click here. That then brings them to my packages and pricing page. This is where they can get more details on the actual pricing for each of the services I provide. I have specific flat. Most of these are all flat rate packages, which I recommend you getting to that point where you can offer flat rates for most things. That's how you can really grow your business. And then so this page, I did hire a website designer to come in and make this look pretty cool. Or it's got this little red dot that travels down as you click on each one, and then a line, and then this white box. The Squarespace template did not provide this setup, so I had to hire a graphic designer to come in for this page. But I spent like maybe $150. It wasn't excessive, but it made this page look nice, and this page needs to have some good functionality because it's what's going to sell people on my services. And they can easily go through and see the price and see more of a detailed description. And these are all my standard packages that I offer. And then training and consulting at the bottom. Now, on some of these, so video content marketing strategy, this is like my premier package. If I can sell 1 or 2 of these a month, I'm doing really good because I get a really good profit margin on these because I've built up my expertise over a couple of years, and I can get these done in only a few hours, but I charge a premium price. So I'm getting quite a bit per hour when I do these projects. And this comprehensive strategy, so I go into a little bit more detail on what it is, but then I have more details right here. So when they click on this, it actually brings them to a PDF attachment that they could download if they want. And the reason why this is important is because they're going to have different people on their team that need to look at my company and my proposal. This is my more full proposal, okay? So when I submit jobs on Upwork, for example, I link to this PDF. Whenever I pitch my video content marketing strategy project, I say, here are more details where you can learn more about what's included in this package. And then I point them towards this PDF. And it has a link to this introduction video, which is that video on the top of my website. And then my video, and then the price and my website name. Now, I don't have like an email on this because it's the same one I submit on Upwork, and you're not supposed to share your email. But then it shows everything that's included in my deliverable. And it's basically just a giant Google Doc that I deliver for this strategy. And what's great is they can download this and then they can share it with other people on their team that are also the decision makers for whether to hire somebody like you or not. Whereas just sharing this page would not be overly helpful because then it has a bit of everything I provide, right? And it doesn't have the full details, but they can share this PDF with other people on their team and it has the full details of this specific deliverable. So I found that is useful. And they can print it out, they can show it to people in person, they can attach it to an email. It's a little more useful than just a website link. But if they want to show other people on the team other general information about my company and about what we offer, then they just send them the website link, right? So that's how I have that set up. And then I always have a way for them to easily contact, if they're interested. And then our work just outlines the results we've achieved for past clients. So this is also a very important section to have on your website. So if you click on it, now this is something I want to redesign because to be honest, it's pretty basic. I just haven't gotten around to, I want to hire somebody to redesign this. But it's been effective, for the most part in the fact that it just lists some highlights of results that I've achieved for past clients. And it's worked. I think it could look nicer. But overall, it does the job. That's really important when you're creating a website is don't get so hung up at first on really fancy design. As long as you're using a template on something like Squarespace, then it's going to look good enough. It's not going to look like a total amateur just tried to build a website from scratch and failed. It's going to look good enough. So be okay with it evolving over time. Don't try to throw a ton of money and a ton of time into perfecting the design. Just get the website out there and get these pages set up. And then I have the next section is I have some top testimonials from past clients. So I have the proof from results we've actually achieved that I can do a good job and I have the social proof from past clients and things they've actually said, which is equally, if not more important than even these results, because this proves that you're not just making stuff up. And I have the actual company that I worked for, so if they want, they can contact this company and ask them about me or something. I've rarely had that happen. For the most part, people don't have the time. They'll just they'll just assume you're not totally lying and that you're not making this up. And every so often I try to go in here and update this with new testimonials that I think are really solid. And also updating this with new results that are impressive. And so, yeah, that's really important. And then about. So it's good to have a little about page that just kind of talks about your company mission, what your focus is, and what, I'm an agency now. I have a small team, so I talk about us as like a team. If it's just you, then you're just kind of talking more about yourself, introducing yourself, having a picture of yourself. So yeah, and then our values. So I like to say, hey, our company has these values. So it holds us to a higher standard of performance, honesty and accountability, free speech. I sell video services, so I'm a huge advocate for free speech online through video, that influencers and companies should have the ability and freedom to express themselves without censorship. So that's a value of ours. Strategic creativity, not just creative, but strategy as well. Collaboration and innovation. So you can come up with some values that you have, and that can help you connect you with your client who also has values in their company. And then just a contact page entirely that has a contact form. And again, all of these can easily be set up through templates on places like Squarespace. So that's really it for what's on my website. And if you just copy kind of how I approached my website, you'll be in a pretty good spot. This was evolved over many months. At first, I didn't have a blog. At first, I didn't have a results page. But I think getting to the point where you have these 4 things, the homepage, blog, services, our work, is a really good goal. And you should get to that point where you have that. When people can look up your website, even if they're on Upwork, I had people that found me on Upwork, and then they went and they somehow found my website because, for some of the time I actually, so you can share your website if it has a portfolio. You can share it on Upwork. You just can't tell people, hey, contact me on my forum on my website and contact me through my email, because they want to keep communication on Upwork pre-contract. You can share your website link as a portfolio to show more about what you've done. And so then as a client sees you have this website, they see you as more legitimate. They see you as more of a solid, established business, and not just a freelancer trying to pick up work on the side while you try to find another job. They see you as really committing to this, and that's going to impress them, and you're going to get higher paying clients because of it. So again, I only pay like $20-something a month for my website hosting. So it's very doable through something like Squarespace. And like I said, I only occasionally have hired a graphic designer for some specialty stuff on certain pages. So hopefully this is helpful to you if anyone is considering creating a website for their freelance business, or maybe that's what you do as a freelancer. You create websites. So in that case, your website should look really good. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you can get more content like this, and go to my other website, freelancefamilyman.com, where you can learn more, download a free book. I have a new course that just came out, Employee to Freelancer. So if you are an employee still, or you're a beginner freelancer who is not at the point that you want to be yet in your business, you need to go back to the foundations of your business and go through these 13 steps in order, and it will help you to grow your business to the point where you're earning the money you want to earn as a freelancer. And if you're still an employee, you'll be able to make this transition safely and know where to start and in what steps and in what order to do things. And I have a really good deal going right now for the beta version of this course, so be sure to check that out. With that, and as you can see, my Freelance Family Man website, it's also on Squarespace, and it also follows a very similar format because that's a pretty basic template that you can find on places like Squarespace. So hopefully this is helpful to you, and I will see you next time.